Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the products that I would recommend to you guys to pick up during the Sephora sale. If you guys are like me, then you probably have a going list right now already, that you have your loves list of things that you want to probably purchase during the sale. So I wanted to go over some items that maybe you weren't thinking about. So let's get started. So I want to start with some skincare first. So I have my skincare basket here ready to go. I have lots of little goodies in here. So the first thing for skincare is the Shiseido cotton pads. These are so nice. I know that you can pick up cotton pads pretty much anywhere. You can go to the dollar store and pick up cotton pads, but these feel different. They are so soft onto your skin. They do not leave behind any kind of residue. I love these. I know that they're like $10 for a pack of them, so it is a little bit pricey for cotton, but they work extremely well, and I feel like they make my face feel very clean because they don't leave behind anything on them, like I said. So this is something that I do recommend that you maybe look into. The next thing is an SPF. So if you guys are familiar with the Sephora favorite type things, right now they have a Sephora favorites that has this in it that's a full size. And I think the whole sun safety kit is like $36. So you get this full size in it, and this by itself I think is like $40. So you're getting this for free technically, or you're paying for this and you're getting all the other stuff for free, however you want to look at it. But this is an excellent sunscreen. This is the Lancome Benefit UV 50. So this is the sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 50 that is water resistant for 80 minutes. I love this sunscreen because it's very thin. It doesn't leave behind a white cast. I can use this when I don't have any makeup on. I can use this underneath the makeup. I feel like it just doesn't affect my makeup whatsoever. It does have like the sunscreen smell, so if you don't care for that, it does smell like sunscreen. So, but this is a really good one, and I think if you're going to pick it up, I would pick it up in that sun safety kit. That's the best way to get this right here. The next thing is my favorite moisturizer. This is the Belief the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. If you have dry skin like I do and you are trying to find things to help fix your dry skin, right now I have a giant dry patch on my face right here. I had an incident over the weekend that I decided that I would put a sulfur mask on, and I left it on for too long, and now my skin is really dry. But anyway, this is helping to fix that along with a little bit of not Vaseline, but a little bit of Neosporin, because I have a little bit of, it's damaged. But anyway, this is a very good moisturizing cream because it's going to sink in very well, but it leaves your skin feeling nice and fresh and hydrated. So this is one of my favorites. I know Stephanie Nicole loves this as well. She has dry skin just like I do, and she's recommended, and that's where I purchased it from the first time. After I heard her recommend it, I was like, wait a minute, this girl knows her skincare. So I want to try it out, and she's right. It's very good. The next thing is this right here. This is a body product. So this is the Amande oil by L'Occitane. L'Occitane, I don't even know how to pronounce it. But this is the supple skin oil. This stuff smells so good. It has, to me, it smells like baby powder, but other people don't think that it smells like baby powder to them. But for me, I think it smells like baby powder. It reminds me of Cabbage Patch Dolls. I don't know why, but it just does. But it's a very great oil. It sinks in nicely to your skin. It gives you that hydration that your skin's looking for, and it smells amazing. So you can pair this with your other products, and it's just going to make it smell even better. You just smell fresh and clean. So I love this. It's a very expensive product though. This is only 3.4 ounces and it's like $50. So during a sale is when I would recommend picking something like this up, because I feel like it's pricey otherwise. So that is a good skincare recommendation. The next thing is something that I like to use before I put my makeup on, because I like that glowy skin look because my skin is very dry. I like anything that's going to make my skin look more hydrated, more awake. So this is the Glam Glow Glow Starter. This is the Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. This smells so good. It smells like orange creamsicles or the Flintstone push-ups, whatever you want to call them. That's what it reminds me of, because it smells just like that. It has a little bit of an orange like color to it. But oh my gosh, guys, it smells so good, and it's so moisturizing onto your skin for underneath of your makeup. I feel like this is the best thing that I can use underneath my makeup besides an SPF. I love this. Absolutely love it. Highly recommend it. If you are into like the orangey type scents, you're going to love it. The next thing, this is the Jurlique Rose Water Balancing Mist. So what I like this for is like to give myself a little bit of hydration before makeup or during makeup. You can put it on while you have makeup on, and it smells just like roses. It smells so good. I love this. It is a glass bottle, so just be careful with it. If you plan on traveling with it, just be careful not to break it. But these are very good. This is a very good rose water balancing mist, because rose is actually good for your skin anyway, and then it smells good. It is a good brand. It does great things for my skin because it's giving me that hydration, and it just feels like it's just refreshing. So love that. The next thing is a body care product, so we're kind of switching back and forth. This is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. Oh my gosh, guys, this stuff smells so good. If you don't buy it for any other reason, because I know they say that it can help to tighten areas and things like that, I have never seen a dramatic result with that. I don't think that it really does much. I might do a tad bit because it does have some caffeine in it, and caffeine is known to tighten areas. But the way that it smells, it just smells absolutely fantastic. It is just so good. I don't just use it on my bum bum. I use it all over my body because why not? It smells amazing. But it is another thing that I feel like is a little bit pricey. And I feel like if you can get it at a discount, that's the best time to get it. It's a very nice hydrating cream. And the other great thing about it is that it smells, of course, it smells like the beach, but it also has a little bit of shimmer to it. Not a whole lot. No, you're not going to go outside and look like Edward Cullen's or anything, but you're going to have a little bit of shimmer that's going to almost reflect off of any kind of cellulite you have going on, so it's not as noticeable. That's what I like about it. I put this on my bum bum definitely when I'm putting a bathing suit on because I feel like it helps to kind of like smooth that area out a little bit more. The next thing is this is skincare, face care, body care, whatever you want to use it for. I've used it in my hair. This is the Kapari Coconut Melt. This stuff smells like coconut cookies. It smells amazing. I know a lot of people say that you can just go get pure coconut oil and it'll do the same thing. I don't think that that's the same. I honestly don't. I've tried it and I feel like there's a difference. There really is a difference. I don't know what it is about this stuff, but it just really is good. You can use it on your body. You can use it on your hair. You can use it to remove makeup. It's just got a multitasking purpose. So love this. Highly recommend. The next thing is for wrinkles. If you guys are like me and you're that age where you're starting to be concerned about wrinkles, I have pretty prominent wrinkles in my forehead area, but I know I really can't do much about those other than Botox. So what I'd like to do though for other areas so that they don't get wrinkled more is use the Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior. This is the 2-in-1 plumping moisturizer plus serum. I use this at nighttime. You can use it in the morning too, but I prefer to use it at nighttime, so I'll wake up in the morning and I feel like my skin does look a little bit more plump. I wouldn't say that it looks like I had a facelift or anything like that, but I can definitely tell a difference from the nights that I use it and the nights that I don't use it. So I think this is something that's a really good product. Again, I don't know what the ingredients breakdown is in this though, so I don't know if it actually has enough ingredients in it that are going to help to prevent aging and things like that. But for me, I know anything that says that it's going to help fight wrinkles, and I feel like if I can see a difference the next day, then it's worth it. The next thing is the Kate Somerville. This is the Eradicate. Pretty sure they still sell this at Sephora, but I'm not positive. I love this. This is like a spot treatment. It has like the calamine lotion in here. It does have 10% sulfur in it, so that's what's going to help with your acne treatment is the sulfur. Sulfur really draws up acne. But it's got like the calamine lotion in here as well, which is going to help kind of soothe it. So if you have an acne spot, you put this on and the calamine lotion is kind of soothing while the sulfur is going to help to get rid of the acne that you have going on. But this works really, really well for spot treatment. I love this. The next thing is the Laneige. This is the lip sleeping mask. If you guys have really, really dry lips and you don't know what to do about it, try using a lip sleeping mask. You put this on at nighttime, you wake up in the morning and your lips feel so soft, so supple. You don't need to exfoliate or anything when you're using this. You can exfoliate if you'd like to, but it's not necessary. I feel like my lips are very, very soft and very plush when I use this, so love this, highly recommend. The next thing is something else for acne. This is the Acne Invisible Clear Invisible Dots by Peter Thomas Roth. These are great for those stubborn little acne spots that you get onto your skin that you're like, gosh, I just wish this thing would go away because tomorrow I have pictures or tomorrow you have whatever, some sort of event going on. Either the Kate Somerville Eradicate's going to work or this is going to work. So whichever you prefer to try out. These are just little circular dots. They're almost like a sticker you put onto the actual acne spot. And then you wake up the next morning and it's shrunk it down some. It's not going to diminish it completely, but it will shrink it down quite a bit. So I love these, especially if I know there's an event coming up and I have a surprise visitor on my face, then they come in very handy. The next thing is my favorite facial cleanser. I know everybody loves the Clarisonic. I am not a Clarisonic fan. I don't really love the Clarisonic. I feel like it's too rough on my skin. I feel like when I use that, I just don't enjoy the way it feels. I feel like it's cleaning deeply, which is great, but my skin is a little bit sensitive, so I need something that's going to be a little bit more sensitive with it. So this is the Foreo. I love the Foreo. The Foreo is very, very gentle on my skin, but it deep cleans. I feel like each time that I use this, my skin feels softer. It kind of exfoliates because it's moving around with these little bitty nubs on here. I don't know if you can see the little nubs, but it's got little nubs all over it, and it's going to help to pull out any of the impurities into your skin, and it vibrates. So when you put it on, it does have a little bit of vibration to help, and then the vibrations will also kind of like pause to let you know when you need to move different spots, which is also very helpful so you're not using it in one spot too much. So this is just a really great tool in my opinion. And it's easy to travel with because you just throw this in your bag. It's just chargeable. You plug it in and charge it up, and you can just throw it in your bag and be ready to go. And it stays charged for a very, very long time. I noticed mine stays charged for about 2 or 3 weeks. It stays charged for a very, very long time. The next thing is the Glam Glow Glow Setter. So this is the makeup setting spray. I don't know if this really helps prolong my makeup, but oh my gosh, guys, if you just use this to put your makeup setting spray on, if you love the Glam Glow, the first thing that I showed you guys, this right here, the Glam Glow Glow Starter, these are the same things because they smell exactly the same, but this one's for after makeup, so this you put on top of makeup, and it's going to kind of hydrate your makeup, help to smooth everything in and everything like that, so you don't have that powdery look, and it smells like that orange creamsicle smell. I just love this. I think it's the scent that keeps getting me with that because the scent just smells so good. The next thing is a hair product. So if you guys have never tried these are amazing. These are the Invisibobbles. So these are the slim ones. They have different like sizes you can get now, and they have different colors you can get. These are the slim ones. I got these because I do have thinner hair. I don't have very thick hair. So I thought I'd try these out to see how they work, but I do have the regular Invisibobbles, and they work amazing. You'd only need to wrap it around twice with my thin hair, and it holds tight during my workouts. It holds tight all day long. I don't have any problems. I've worn these to sleep with and woke up in the morning, and I don't have that creasing going on that you typically would with a rubber band, like a typical hair tie. So these are really, really good. You will get a little bit of creasing, but nothing as dramatic as with the typical hair tie. So love those. So that's everything for skincare. So we're going to move on now to makeup. So makeup is the fun part, which I'm sure is what you guys are mostly here for anyway. So I'm going to kind of like try to go in order as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to go with maybe some tools first. So the first thing I recommend is getting a color switch. So Sephora has a color switch just like Vera Mona. Vera Mona is the original maker of the color switch, but this is the Vera Mona one, I'm pretty sure. Nope, this is the Sephora one. So Sephora has one just like the Vera Mona one, and I think they're the same price, honestly. But all it is just like this little, I don't even know what that thing is in the middle, but I know what you need to do is take your brush that you're using and swirl it around in there, and it's going to remove all the powder products off. It's not going to clean your brush completely. It's not going to change, like, it's not going to clean it completely. You need to still wash them regularly, but it's going to clean them off enough so that you can transition between colors. So if you want to go between a light color and a dark color, you can do that no problem and not mess your brush up. So I love that because I feel like it's very helpful for me when I don't want to use like 16 brushes to do one eye look. It's helpful to do that. The next thing, which is another tool, I'm losing my voice, I feel like. Where did my other tool go? Oh gosh. Well, here it is. Okay. The Beauty Blender. You guys might know they have a new set out right now at Sephora. It's like $40, and it comes in these 2 little travel cases. It's like in a heart shape, so it connects together. That's the one that's on my wish list to get because I love the Beauty Blender. I know everybody says the Real Techniques with this, Real Techniques that. I don't really love the Real Techniques. I just think that it's not as good in my opinion. I know that's just a matter of opinion though, because some people feel like that's better than the Beauty Blender. I couldn't think what this was called. Some people think that it's better than the Beauty Blender, but I disagree. I think the Beauty Blender has it hands down. Now, I will admit, I have tried the L'Oreal one, and the L'Oreal one is very, very good. So if you don't want to spend the $20 on a Beauty Blender, try the L'Oreal one. I think the L'Oreal one is very, very good. Now moving on to primer. So my favorite current primers are anything that's going to be hydrating or anything that's going to kind of pore fill. So for right now, for pore filling, I love the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas one. I told you guys, I broke this down in a video and showed you guys the difference between this and the Tarte one. And this one is actually the better value. So I love this. I think it does a great job for pore filling. It doesn't diminish all of your pores, but it will make it appear less amount of pores so that you can have more of that smoother look onto your skin. So I love this. If you'd like to see the whole review, I will have it linked below for you. The next thing, like I said, is more hydrating type of primer. So I have 4 here, and they're pretty much the same in my opinion. I don't see much of a difference between the 4. There's not much difference at all other than scents and things like that. So the first one is the Kat Von D Lock-It Primer. So this one is very, very hydrating because it's supposed to go with her Lock-It foundation. Because her Lock-It foundation, if you've ever tried it before, is very, very full coverage and almost drying onto your skin. So this for me, I think is perfect in combination with that because it's going to give you that balance of dry versus a moisturized skin. So this is perfect. But the one that I feel like is comparable, or the other 2 actually, these next 3 are very comparable. This is the Marc Jacobs, the Invisible Undercover. These two I feel like are very, very, very the same. So if you were not wanting to spend the money on a Marc Jacobs, the Kat Von D is a little bit more affordable. So, but both of these work the same exact way. This one has a little bit of a coconut smell, nothing dramatic though, not like the Too Faced Hangover RX one. That's another one that I really do love. The next one is this right here. This is a new one that I just recently got. This is the Stila One Step Prime. It's preps, smooths, and nourishes. This does pretty much the same thing as the other two did. It's going to give your skin some hydration. I don't really see that it like covers any pores or anything like that, but it gives you that good hydration that your skin needs before you put foundation on. So love that. As well as this one right here. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This is perfect for like if you are having dry skin. Any four of these you could choose from, and I feel like you're going to get good results if you have dry skin. So I would recommend any of those. If you have a preference in brand or if you have a preference in how much you want to spend, I would look between those 4, possibly 5. The Too Faced Hangover RX, which I don't have currently. They're all fantastic. And now we're going to move on to, let's say, face powders. I know this is not in the exact order, but these are the 2 face powders that I have been currently loving. I noticed, you guys know that I am totally in love. I'll start with this one. I am totally in love with this one right here. This is the IT Cosmetics by Pores Pressed. I love this so much. It is my go-to for setting my under eyes. But I did notice in a couple pictures that I was getting a little bit of flashback, and I don't know why, because this is not like an HD type of product or anything like that. I don't know why I was getting flashback, but I noticed when we were in Disney, somebody took some pictures and they left the flash on, and you could see the white under my eyes pretty bad with this, and I was like, whoa. So then I started using this, and this is really, really good. I used to not love this as much as I do now because I started using a more fluffy, a smaller brush and just kind of putting it under lightly and then kind of buffing it out. This works really, really well as well. This is the Laura Mercier. This is the translucent powder. Both of these I feel like are spectacular. If you're looking for a more pressed version, I would check out the IT Cosmetics. If you're looking for a loose version, I would check this one out. I haven't checked this one as far as it goes to see if it's going to have flashback, but I do know this one did cause a little bit of flashback when we were at Disney, and somebody took a flash photography picture of us, and I was like, whoa, that looks crazy. That's a terrible picture of me. The next thing is highlighters. So these are my 3 different highlighters that I feel like are the best in my opinion. This is the Too Faced Love Light Blinded by the Light. I love this highlight. I use this a lot. I can foresee me hitting pan on this highlight, to be honest with you, because I feel like I use it a lot. It is just so beautiful. I love the packaging to it. I love the product itself. It just looks beautiful on the skin. You put it on and it's almost like it's not super highlighty, but it's highlighty just enough. It's like one of those that's just enough that's going to look beautiful into your skin. If you were thinking you'd be blinded by the light of that highlight, you're not going to be. It's not that dramatic. It's just more of a, I don't know, like not really a glow from within. It's just a subtle highlight. If you're looking for a little bit more than that, then I recommend this one right here. This is the Hourglass Ambient. So this is the Absolute Strobe Light, the Pure Strobe Light, and the Lucent Strobe Light. So these 3 come in this pan right here. These are a little bit more highlighty versus the Too Faced. So if you're looking for something a little bit like a step above, and still not like a Becca one. Becca ones are really, really, you can really get a good glow with those. And there's sometimes where I like those and sometimes I don't. I feel like with my textured skin, it doesn't look the best with those super glowy ones because I feel like it shows off all the texture. This one doesn't show off my texture, but it still gives me that little bit more of a glow that I was looking for. The other one, if you're looking for more subdued glow, I would recommend this Hourglass product. So this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. So this one is more subdued. This one's more of like the glow from within. So this has got dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. So all of these are spectacular, like I said, for putting, you can put this all over your face if you wanted to, just give yourself that glow from within look. You can set under your eyes with it. You can put it on as a highlight. It's just beautiful. I love that one. Now one more highlight, which is a liquid highlight. So this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. You can choose whatever color you want to. I don't use these as a highlight to like on my cheekbones or anything like that. What I like to use these for is to mix in with my foundation to give my foundation that super glowy appearance. Because like I said, I do have very dry skin, and very dry skin doesn't look very good with foundation sometimes because it just looks so dry and cakey on my skin. But if I mix this in with any foundation that I'm using, it just gives it more of that luminosity that I was looking for. So I love this one. This one is in the particular shade of Halo. But you can choose any shade that you want to. I think any of these are going to work to give your skin that glowy appearance. I don't, like I said, I don't use them as a highlight on my cheekbones just because I feel like it just looks, I don't know. I'm not good with cream highlights. I am terrible with cream highlights. The next thing is an eye primer. So this is a very expensive eye primer. but I love it. So if you are looking for something maybe to replace your MAC paint pot and you wanted to spend a little bit more, a lot more, this is the This is the Tom Ford. I keep seeing the TF and I think it's Too Faced. This is the Tom Ford Eye Primer Duo. So you're getting two products in one. You're getting the lid primer right here, and then you're also getting on the top, you're getting a powder product to set your lid primer. I love this. I mean, I've obviously used this enough to where I've worn off almost the complete TF onto the embossed or debossed. Is it embossed or debossed impression into the powder? So I love this. It works amazingly for my eyelids. I do have dry eyelids. I have dry everything, and it doesn't look cakey or creasy or anything like that on my eyelids. It helps my makeup like blend more better. So I just think that's an excellent eye primer. I know it's pricey, but it's really, really good. I hate that I love it. Do you guys hate that sometimes when you love something that's really expensive and you're like, dang, I'm gonna have to purchase that again? No. The next thing are some blushes. So I'm trying to reach over here and grab these. Got this spread all out on my desk here beside of us. So I have a couple blushes that I'd recommend to you guys. I love Tarte blushes. I think Tarte blushes are absolutely amazing. I feel like they last on my cheeks for a very long time. Not only that, because they're like densely packed, I feel like they last long in general. So it's going to take you a while to get through one of these pans. So if you're interested in a Tarte blush, now's the time I would pick one up. This one is in the shade Exposed. It's beautiful. It's like that almost a natural look onto your cheek. So I love this one. The next three are Too Faced, but two of them are the same. So these are the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. I stand by these. I love these. I've loved these for so long now. I think they're amazing. This one is in Your Love is King. This is one of my, ooh, I almost dropped it. This is one of my favorites because it's perfect for like the winter months, in my opinion. I feel like it looks really great in the winter time. It's just beautiful on the skin. And this one is Baby Love. This one looks like springtime. If you wanted to get more colors, they have like, I think 6 to choose from or 5 to choose from. I'm not positive. So this is Baby Love. So Baby Love is this one right here. And this one I think looks just like that, almost like the Tarte one. I feel like the Tarte and Exposed, yes, I feel like they are pretty similar. So Tarte and Exposed and this one are very similar. So if you were thinking about getting maybe a Tarte or maybe you don't want to get Tarte, try this one out. Either way, I feel like these are all really, really good. The next one is something that is the Too Faced. This is the Sweetie Pie bronzer. So it's supposed to be a bronzer that you're supposed to use for your face, but I don't use it as a bronzer. I use it as a blush. In fact, it's what I'm wearing as my blush today. I love that summer glow, and that's what it gives to my skin. It gives my skin that summer glow. I think it just beautiful onto my cheeks. You may not agree because not everybody likes the same blush tones. I think this is just a perfect blush tone for my skin tone and everything. So I love mixing this all together and using it as a blush. It just looks beautiful. It's got a little bit of luminosity to it too. So it's going to give your skin almost that glow from within as well. Love that. The next thing is the Hourglass. So these are the Hourglass blushes. These are very, very nice as well. So this one's the Ambient one, and this has Incandescent Electrica. This is Brilliant Nude and Euphoric Fusion. So there's 3 of those shades in here. These are beautiful. I like to mix these together. I like to use these separately. These are more of like a light wash of blush onto your cheeks. You can't build these up to where you're going to look like you're going to have clown cheeks. I mean, you probably could. I can't say you can't, because you probably could. But I typically just go in with a brush and just swirl them around in whatever color or mix them up. And I just think it looks beautiful onto the skin. Highly recommend the Hourglass blushes. And the next one is another one that's a little bit pricey. This is the Viseart. So these are the Viseart blushes, and this one's in the shade Plum Bronze. So you've got bronzers on this side and you've got blushes on this side. So I still like to mix them together. I still like to mix my blushes and my bronzers together because, like I said, I like that summer glow. These are the more purpley tones though, so these in my opinion are better for like winter time, but you can use them in the summer as well. You don't have to use certain shades for certain times of the year. You can use them anytime you want to, but this is an excellent product as well because it's going to last long onto your cheeks. You can mix and match them. You can wear them by themselves. I just think it's a really good one as well. The next thing are bronzers. I have one bronzer and one contour type product. So the contour type product is the only one that I can truly recommend from Sephora. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light. I love this palette. I think it's my favorite contour palette I've ever tried, to be honest with you. I have used this enough to where I feel like I know this thing in and out. I don't like these things right here, but these are beautiful. I love these. This is a little bit deep for me, but that doesn't mean it's not usable. Just going with a lighter hand. These two here work perfect for my skin tone. I just think this is an awesome palette. If you don't want to pick up a whole palette, I think Kat Von D has the individual shades that you can get, so maybe just go in and find what shade works best for you. But the Kat Von D contour palette is amazing in my opinion. I feel like it's very, very good. Now, if you're looking for a bronzer, the bronzer I would recommend, sorry guys, I'm reaching, is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. Oh my gosh, this is the bronzer I'm wearing today. I feel like I'm ready to go to the beach. Honestly, I feel like I'm beach ready. I feel like I maybe just came back from the beach. This looks beautiful, and it does come with a little brush as well. So if you want to use the brush with it, which I do use this brush, I feel like it's very soft and very easy to use. I love this whole setup right here. I think it's perfect for that bronzy look. I'm not one that I like to contour and bronze all at the same time. I'd rather do one or the other. So for me, I'd rather bronze. I think bronzing just looks better. You can give your skin that glowy appearance and give your skin that look like you just came back from Fiji or something. So I love this. Now moving on to foundation. So foundation, I have 3 to choose from that I personally love. So let me grab them right here. Oh, sorry guys, I know I keep going off camera. So the first one is the Too Faced. This is the Born This Way. Oh my gosh, guys. I love this foundation. It's not super full coverage. It's kind of like a medium weight coverage because I feel like it's still going to cover a good amount of like imperfections that you have onto your skin, but it's not going to look cakey whatsoever. I love this foundation and I stand by this foundation. I think I've loved it for, I don't know, pretty much as soon as it came out is when I started using it, and I've loved it ever since. So absolutely recommend this. It's very, very good. Oh my gosh, let me make some room here. The other ones are IT Cosmetics, and IT Cosmetics is sold at Ulta now, or Sephora. It was sold at Ulta. So I have the IT Cosmetics, the Your Skin But Better Illumination. This is like the giant size one. And then I have the Your Skin But Better Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. This is the original one. They both have SPF 50 in them, which is amazing. This one to me works good in the summertime, and this one works better in the wintertime in my opinion, because the illumination gives my skin that luminosity that I'm looking for. This one's more, it's not matte by any means. It has more of a little bit more of a dewy look, but this one just has a little bit more of a dewy look. So I love both of these. First of all, because they do have really good coverage. Secondly, they have an SPF of 50 in them, so that's really, really good by itself. And lastly, because I feel like for the amount of product you get in here, I feel like you don't need that much. So I feel like they blend up very well and you don't need to use a ton of product. So I think these are really, really good. Now we're moving on to palettes and eye products. So for eye products, the first thing I want to start out with is the Stila Magnificent Metals. I have a bunch of them, but I only pulled out the 3 here. Any of these that you're thinking about getting, now's the time to get them during the sale, so you can save a little bit of money on these because they are like $24 a piece, and I feel like that's pricey. So the 3 I have here today is the shades Freedom. Freedom is like this green shade. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I also have the shade Kitten Karma, which is their most famous color. So here's Kitten Karma. And then I also have the shade Sea Siren. Sea Siren is so beautiful. It's almost like duochrome. It's just got a duochrome like capability to it. It looks purple, it looks greenish. It's just beautiful, especially for the summertime. This one and this one I can foresee me rocking a lot this summer, so they're definitely going with me to the beach when we go. I love those. Now eyeshadow palette, so making sure that's the next thing that I need to move on to. Let me grab these because they're sitting way over here. So I have a few eyeshadow palettes to talk with you guys about. Some of these I feel like I can recommend and say, yes, definitely get. Other of these I feel like they're good, but I want to kind of give you guys my opinion on them. So that's why I wanted to show them to you. So I have 4 here from Huda Beauty. So these are the 4 little mini ones. So these are the little obsessions. I think they're called mini obsessions, or they're just obsessions. So we have the warm brown obsessions, the smoky obsessions, the mauve or mauve obsessions, and then the electric obsessions. These are all really, really good. Today I am wearing the, which one am I wearing? I'm wearing the Warm Brown Obsessions. This is the one I have on my eyelids today. I love this one. It's so, so pretty. The colors blend easily. The colors, this one here is like a standalone palette in my opinion, because you've got a shade that you can use for your brow bone. Your brow bone. You've got a crease color. You've got a lid color. Then you can use all these other colors to just kind of make different shades or different eye looks with your eyes. This one is a standalone palette. I love this one. This one, oops, I just dropped one. Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit. Okay, got it. The next one here is the Mauve Obsessions. I feel like this one is also a standalone palette because it does the same thing. It's got your lid colors. This one has 3 of the more shimmery shades in here. Then it's got your lid color, or sorry, not your lid color, but your Brow Bone color, your transition shade. This is another really beautiful one. So again, the Mauve Obsessions, the Warm Obsessions are two really good ones. The next one is the Smoky Obsessions. Now, guys, my memory card cut off and I didn't realize I was just jabbering away. Again, I was talking about the Huda Beauty palettes. I feel like this one right here, the Smoky Obsessions, I feel like it's a good palette, but I feel like it's not really a standalone palette. I feel like this one needs a brow bone highlight. If it had a brow bone highlight, then I would feel like this one's another really good one to be a standalone palette, but it is still really good. Like, the colors blend really well. It does have beautiful shades in here. I have no problem with this palette using it whatsoever, so it is a good one. It's just not a standalone palette in my opinion. Oh my gosh, I'm losing all kinds of products here. Then the Electric palette. The Electric palette can be a standalone palette depending upon the eye look you're creating. So if you can create a very crazy, bold eye look using this, obviously, but I personally use this more in conjunction with other palettes because I don't typically go and do all these different shades on my eyelids at one time. You totally can though. You can rock a crazy look with this, or not crazy. You can rock a more bold, beautiful look with that as well. The next one is another Viseart palette. So this is the Viseart Golden Hour palette. Oh my god, guys. This thing is so good. This is so, so good. This looks like this. So they changed the packaging because I know a lot of people were upset when the Viseart first came out because they have that clear packaging and nobody really liked that. They're like, that is not aesthetically pleasing whatsoever. Now they've changed it to where it's more visibly beautiful as well. Not only do the colors work extremely well, but it's just more visibly pleasing. So it does look like this on the inside. The colors do remind me kind of the Huda palettes that I just showed you guys. But I think all palettes, once you've gotten so many palettes, I feel like all palettes start to kind of repeat themselves. I think it just depends on what brand you really want to get and what brand you really trust. I think this is another really, really good one though, in my opinion. I think it works really well on my eyes. It's just beautiful. As you can tell, I've used and abused this one. It's been used quite a bit. And that's okay. That's what they're for, right? Is to be used and abused. The next one is one of my favorites that Too Faced has come out with recently. This is the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. Oh my gosh, guys. First of all, the packaging to this. I feel like they did a fantastic job on the packaging. Way to go, Too Faced. The inside to this, the colors are all so beautiful. I've created many, many looks using this palette. You wouldn't think so by looking at it and be like, you can create maybe, what, 2 or 3? No, you can create a multitude of looks using this palette. They're all matte shades, so I feel like they work really, really well together. The only one that's not technically a complete matte is this right here, which is Peach Sangria. It's not a complete matte shade. It has a little bit of a satiny look, satiny look to it, so... But this is a beautiful palette as well. Try not to ramble too much. So if you guys want any more information on any of these things, let me know. The next one is this right here. I just recently did a 3 looks 1 palette with it. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Oh my gosh. This one is another really amazing one. The reason what makes this one so amazing is because this is a standalone palette. You've got your 4 shades right here that are your matte shades that you can create all kinds of eye looks with. Then you've got all these other shades right here that are like metallic-y shades that you can use on your eyelids to create a multitude of eye looks with. This one here you can create so many looks with. It's unreal. I love this. It smells like chocolate. So who doesn't love chocolate besides my son because he's crazy? But other than that, it's absolutely a delight to use. It's a beautiful palette. Highly recommend it. The next one is something that I was very hesitant on getting because I was like, I'd heard so many bad things about this brand and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend any money on a bigger palette from this person. But this is the Huda Beauty. This is the Desert Dusk palette. This is another really beautiful palette. These sizes right here are the same sizes that are in the smaller palettes, the Obsessions palettes. The pan sizes are the exact same, so if you were trying to try out some of the Huda Beauty products, this is the way to go to try them out because I think these are like $26 or $28 and this is $65, so it's a little bit more or a lot more. So if you were looking into maybe trying out some Huda, I would try out these first just to get a feel for if you like the brand. But this is another really good palette. I was going to say product. The next one is the newest one in my collection and I love it. I really do. It's not as pigmented as everyone was hoping for, and there is an issue with everybody thinking that you're getting less product, but this is the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. I love the packaging. Again, I think she knocked it out of the park with the packaging. The inside is gorgeous. All of these shades are so beautiful. Some of these are not as bold and poppy as what everybody was hoping for, which is why a lot of people are disappointed in this palette. But they still look so beautiful in the eyes. I did a whole video on this, creating looks, going down each row. I did an eye look with it, so I will have that link below for you as well, so you can check it out if you wanted to see this palette in action. It's beautiful. I can just tell you it is gorgeous. I don't know that it's worth $129, but on sale, you're going to get a little bit of a discount depending upon what your discount rate is. Like if you're getting 10% or 15%, I don't know. I mean, that's going to save you what, $15 off every 100. So I don't know. It's still pricey. The other two are the Natasha Denona Lila and the Sunset palette. Everybody talks about these and they hype these up, and I feel like they're good, but they're not the best in my opinion. I feel like they're just okay. I think I might be on a boat alone with this though, because I don't feel like too many people say that these are just okay. I feel like these are just, it's not like, I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely not going to tell you hold on to your panties, because these are not that good. These are just, they're just good. They're just not great in my opinion. So I can't say that I recommend these. I just wanted to show these just because in case you were curious if you should get these. I would definitely go check them out in store if you can, because I just don't know about them. So this is the Sunset one. The other one I just showed you was the Lila one. So I just don't think that they're that spectacular. I feel like they got raved about for some reason, and then everybody was like, oh my gosh, these are the best, and I really don't think that they are. I definitely don't think that they're worth the price that they're being charged. So I would definitely see if you can try to swatch them or something first, because I just think that they're a little bit overpriced for what they are. They're not bad. Like I said, they're not bad in any way, shape, or form. Just not the best. Now, as for mascara, the mascara that I have recommended so many times, this is the Stila Huge Extreme. I love this mascara. This mascara gives my lashes the volume that I'm looking for. It gives them the length and volume that I'm looking for in mascara, because that's the problem I have. I barely have any lashes on my lash line, so I need something that's going to make it look like I actually do have lashes, and this really does do that without making them look clumpy or anything like that. I love this formula. I was gonna say this mascara is very, very good. As for concealer, I'm sure you guys can probably guess what concealer I'm going to be recommending, because you guys, if you've been with me for a while, this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is my favorite concealer ever. I've tried tons of concealers and they're fine, but this one is just so spectacular. I feel like when I use this, it makes my under eyes look better. It's not like a super full coverage, but I don't need a super full coverage. If you do not need a super full coverage, then why use a super full coverage? It's just going to make it look cakey under there. This doesn't look cakey under my eyes whatsoever. It does crease a little bit, but what concealer doesn't crease a little bit? I think they all do. But if you do a good job setting and everything like that, you're not going to have a problem with it. I love this. Now, as far as under the eyes as well, something else that I recommend, which is kind of like a skincare product, this is the Clinique Pep Start Eye Cream. A lot of people don't understand this product, and this is a product that you have to put it on before you put your makeup on. You put it on, like say you're doing your hair, you put this on, and then you kind of like let it sink in. And I'm telling you, it helps to like plump up your eyes a little bit so that your eyes don't have that creasiness going on around it, because there's nothing for anything to sink into. It plumps it up a little bit. It gives it that moisture that it needs, so nothing's gonna be dry or cakey underneath your eyes. I love this. It works amazing for me, and I've been using not this particular one, but I've been using this for almost a year and a half, 2 years almost. I love it. Now, as for lip products, I have a couple lip products I can recommend to you guys. Actually, brow. You guys probably know which brow product I'm going to recommend. The Brow Wiz. I love the Brow Wiz, but if you're not wanting to spend the money on Brow Wiz, then there are things that you can get that are dupes. I would recommend the NYX, what is that one called? I don't remember what it's called, but NYX has one. And I know that there's plenty of other companies that are now coming out with the smaller, thinner brow products. So this is not like something that's like, they haven't cornered the market on it, honestly, because I feel like there's other people that are catching up and being like, hey, we can do that too. But they do have a better color selection than anybody else that I can say, though. They have the best color selection. Now, as far as lip products, the first thing I want to recommend that you pick up is this right here. This is empty right now, but this is the Huda Beauty. These are the lip strobe kits. So this one's empty. It did come with a lip liner, a lipstick, and then also like a lip strobe. These are very, very good. The little containers themselves are very cute, so I love this. So the lip strobe looks like this. I'll show you guys real quick. I don't think I have the lipstick with me, do I? Nope, I didn't. I did grab the lip. Did I grab the wrong one? Oh my gosh. Nope, but I have something else over here that I just saw. I have no idea what I did with it. But anyway, here is the little lip strobe, and this is in the shade Snobby. I love these. They are so beautiful on the lips. This is not the one that came in it, but either way, you guys get the drift. Try to look at the Huda Beauty, the little lip kits, because I think that they're just beautiful. I think they work really well on my lips, and they can give your lips that pouty looks without getting any kind of like, they make your lips look fuller without doing any kind of like suctioning to them or anything like that. They just make them look fuller by themselves by just using the product. The next thing is this right here. These are the Marc Jacobs. These are the enamored, I think they're called. Yes, the enamored lip glosses. These are very, very good. This one's in the shade Sugar Sugar, but you pick out whatever shade you want to. I just think these are very good. They're not super sticky, so when your hair does happen to get caught up in them, it's not gonna get caught in them, so which is great. So love that. The next one is the Too Faced. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil Lip Gloss. Now these are a little bit sticky, but nothing to where I'd be like, oh my gosh, don't wear them in a windstorm with crazy long hair. They're a little bit sticky though. But they smell so good and they're very hydrating because it's got oil into it. So I love these. Oh my gosh. And it has a little bit of pigmentation to it. They're just beautiful. They go on effortlessly and they smell good and they're just really cute packaging too. Who doesn't like cute packaging? The next one is the Smashbox. I love Smashbox lipsticks. I thought I had another one, but evidently I've lost it. So these are the Smashbox Always On, and this one is in the shade Metallic Matte. They have tons of different shades you can choose from. The Always On like collection is very good in my opinion. I feel like they stay on your lips for a long time. They kind of stain your lips a little bit, so even when they start to rub away, it's not as noticeable when they're rubbing away because they've stained your lips. These are very good. And then the last lip product is this Bite Beauty. These are the multi-sticks. These are very, very good. I love these. They have the magnetic closure. That's cool. But then also the lip products themselves are beautiful. This one's in the shade Cashew. I love these. I first tried these out when I was doing like a sample Sunday, and then I realized I had a full size and I was like, wait a minute, you have a full size. But I want to get more because I think these are really, really good. You can use these supposedly on your cheeks, on your eyes. I haven't tried it all that ways, but I'm one of those people, I like to use one product for one thing. I don't like to use it multitasking, like something that's a cream product anyway. I just think that's a little bit unsanitary. I could be wrong, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's not that unsanitary. And the last thing besides lip products is something that I want you guys to look into. If you have a lot of like single shadows and things like that, look into the Makeup Forever, their metal Z palette type products. So this one I have all of my, these are my ColourPop and Makeup Geek, I think Makeup Geek. These are Makeup Geek and ColourPop in here, and they fit perfectly in here. These hold a lot of products. You can get different sizes in the Makeup Forever, and they're very affordable. I think the big one like this is only like $14. So these are very affordable. It does come with like a little, like a foam thing that's going to help protect your products as well if you're traveling with them. So this is perfect to get for traveling, or if you just have a ton of singles that you're not sure what to do with them. Check out these. These are amazing. Other than that, that is everything that I recommended to you guys. I know that was a ton of stuff to get through, but I was trying to go as quickly as I could so it wasn't taking too long. I'd love to hear if you guys have any recommendations for me or for anyone else, let us know. Or if you have different opinions on anything, let us know, because just because I've had good success with something doesn't mean everybody's had success with these products. These are just things that worked really, really well for me. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions, and let me know, what are you picking up during the sale? Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah.